Wow. It feels weird coming on like twice a month now. It's like very awkward. But I'm back. This is Katie K. This is Monday Night Raw. Welcome to the Raw Zone. I'm tired as shit, but I'm here with the one, the only, the legendary plug himself, Jason Bourne.
What's going on? What's
Clap,
going
clap,
on?
clap. I got no sound effects. I'm
It's
sorry.
all good. It's all
He he
good.
got he gotta
We
download them.
we keeping it raw and uncut.
Pretty much.
Simple. We keeping it from the bottom.
Did you get lost coming here too?
Almost. I think I walked past it, and then you were outside, effortlessly waving the McDonald's. What do you call that? The frappe.
The frappe. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I got bougie
you were
today.
waving. Yeah, you got bougie on. You was waving the frappe, and I said, "There goes Katie Cocaine."
Oh god. Always technically that shouldn't be my name anymore. But I finally got my chopped cheese,
We
so I'm
lit.
happy.
We lit.
I'll eventually eat it when we go to a music break. But
And you got to break it down for the people too, the experience, because
yes, we'll
that's a
have
ghetto classic right there.
who. Oh, by the way, before we get into the whole thing, Faye wants me to ask you why you switched from Henny to tequila.
So I could wake up the next day and handle my business.
Because he said there's another underlying reason behind it.
What's that?
I don't know. That's why he told me to ask you.
She was killing me. I was waking up the next night, next afternoon. Can't be on your job like that. So I said, let me go light liquor, get back to my athlete days. You can run that off easier.
Yeah, I know you. I be seeing you posting at the gym lately.
Yeah, I'm getting my shit together.
You already got your shit together.
I'm trying, man. Sometimes you gotta push yourself to the next level. I feel myself slacking, you know what I'm saying? Just running around, not eating right, drinking Henny, bugging out. Now I want to wake up, you know what I'm saying? Had a whole day ahead of me.
But
Focus up.
You can't go wrong with chopped cheeses and tequila, though.
Nah, I haven't had a chopped cheese in a while. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I definitely stopped and got one for you though.
Yes.
I've been like on my grilled chicken. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, grilled chicken is good though, but starting December, I'm gonna fast a little bit because my mom does it, so I'm a helper.
Okay.
So I'm mostly gonna eat fish and vegetables like I do. I normally do it Easter.
Okay.
For 40 days, but I'm gonna do it 25 before Christmas.
That's dope. Sometimes you gotta trick the body like that. You know what I'm saying? Let it reminded that you care about it as well. You know what I'm saying? Your body break down, can't function. So.
But when you bounce back from the fast after,
yeah,
the after effect sucks.
Yeah. No, I could dig that.
Boy Tekashi 69. He goes and says on Friday, did you see the Breakfast Club interview?
I saw a little bit of it. I didn't really watch the whole thing. I saw a little bit.
Did you get up to the part where he said the only two things I'm afraid of is God and the feds?
Yeah, I saw that part.
And then look what happened today.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like it was a setup?
I don't know.
I just feel like it's too coincidental. He's talking about his team and letting them go and all of this, and then out of nowhere he gets the book.
Could be. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's a touchy subject. You know what I mean? I don't wish jail on nobody, so I'm not really want to stand up here and kind of like go back and forth about it. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta just pray for them people, pray for their families, and just let it work itself out.
Do you really think this will be the end of his career, though?
I don't know. They said controversy sells, but it ain't like death. You never know.
Yeah, but even if it is controversy based on what he did,
allegedly.
But if he's doing life, he'll never be able to come out to do music.
I mean, that's kind of like foreshadow. You went past a lot of different things. You went past the whole due process to doing life. So I don't know.
Well, it said, because I have the article here, too, on top of that, and it was saying that they tried to get house arrest for him, and they denied it. So he's going to be held pretty much until he's in trial, and then if he is accused of it, he's gonna go to jail. So
I think that's kind of like old news you're referring to, because like if that just happened today, it'll be no way to ask for that today.
Well, it says here that Tekashi and the crew, blah blah blah, his lawyer went in and requested that today. Tekashi had appeared calm in court, even though his hands and feet were shackled. His family, including his mother, was present. So he must have been arrested over the weekend, and today was the arraignment.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, life is a It's a lot of time, but he still, he still gets his day in court just like everybody else.
You're definitely right.
Gotta pray for the best. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So today you were talking about on Facebook if people get offended when an artist refers them to their manager.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do you still feel like that chain of command actually still exists in this industry?
Yeah, I actually just was doing it in the midst of that post. I had a show opportunity to present to an artist, and I created an inbox with that artist and their manager at the same time.
And then what happened?
We discussed it. You know what I'm saying? And they both were like, "Hey, thank you. We'll consider it," and they'll get back to me. So I don't see nothing wrong with following the chain of command. I think some other people made some cool points in terms of like, I know some people said the tone may be what turns them off. I know Nadia, shout out to Nadia, she was saying that. I know Prince was saying something to the effect of if he's having like a whole conversation with an artist and then in the middle of it, the artist says, "Oh, speak to my manager," it could make him feel away. Ultimately, when I create those kind of posts, I do understand both sides of the pendulum. So I do know that, there are cases where you may be talking to an artist, and it's like all good, and then you may drop the price, and then that's when they say, "Oh, speak to my manager." And for those who, assume that that's a product of them bullshitting, I understand. But I do understand the protocol of, someone saying, "Hey, thank you for the opportunity. Do you mind pass this info to my manager?" Or, you know what I mean? Here goes his or her contact. I don't see nothing wrong with that. So I think that's more so what I was speaking to, me, as a journalist, or even if I'm curating the show, or I'm a part of something going on. If I reach out to an artist and I'm like, "Hey, we got this going on this day, you interested?" At that moment, if they say to me, "Hey, thank you for reaching out, man. This looks kind of cool. I'm going to pass this on to my team." I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I don't see anything wrong with it either. And like I've had past experiences where a client of mine would tell someone past information to the manager and no one would listen. So I think it's actually important to do that because then the organizational like part of it
Mm-hmm.
will be intact.
Yeah.
If you don't hit the manager up, then you're saying everything to the artist.
Yeah.
How is work ever going to get done if not all the messages are relayed correctly?
Mm-hmm. That's why if you see one person started talking about like money, and I was saying this really had nothing to do with money. I was just talking about organization and coordination. So I was just talking about just from a like an organized approach. The manager will now plug in information to whatever their calendar is, or look over what's been going on. You know what I mean? Just see if it makes sense for them. Because I think ultimately everybody has the right to take a moment to see if that makes sense for them. So, you know what I mean? That's where I was coming from with that post.
So now that you're saying the organizational standpoint, what do you feel is the actual role of a manager? Because that seems to get misconstrued a lot with the whole point of manager and a PR.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel is the difference?
The manager develops the artist. You know what I'm saying? Develops the vision along with the artist. You know what I'm saying? Then the publicist comes in and publicizes it and allows it, make sure that it passes the eyeball test. So it all starts with the vision, right? It's teamwork. Manager, artist, that's the team. They create, the ideas. They come up with the goal and the vision, and then the publicist comes in and takes that and presents it to the people. So when it comes down to like, "Oh, can you book me a show," and things of that nature, that's not the publicist's job.
That's the manager's job.
Yeah.
So who would have and the person that would be putting the money for the shows and for everything, that would be the artist.
I'd be between them. Some managers pay, some managers don't. That'd be between them. However they structured their thing.
So but is it supposed to be the manager paying, or is it supposed to be the artist in general?
It could be either way.
Okay.
Some managers pay for the artists, some artists pay for themselves. I think that, you know what I'm saying, that's based on whatever those individuals decide is best for them.
So could you have clients yourself? Are you their manager, their PR, or both?
Well, the only person I manage is Vegas Black. So everyone else, I do PR, some consultations. Not everybody's in the situation where they actually need PR. Some people just want one-offs. Some people may say, hey, you know what? I see you doing this thing over here. I want to be a part of that. How can we structure something to execute that? That's cool. One-offs. You know what I mean? I don't think too many people are actually in the position to, retain a full-time publicist. It's a lot that goes into that. And one of the things I've learned over the years is the money part of it kind of strange things, because a person may feel like, well, whatever's your retainer, if I'm giving you, even if it's $10, right? If I'm giving you $10, I think that my $10 is going to stretch to accomplish everything I need. That's not the case. So you might be giving that person $10, but you still need to have like another 100 tucked to execute.
And I've been learning about like when it comes to execution, because in my graduate course, they told me to do like a sample ROI report for. I was doing my project on High 97. So I was plugging in different numbers because they had a calculator because I suck at math. And in order to get like for Twitter to get 500 responses, it was like $200. And I was like, wow, that takes, you never really think about how much you really need to market something until you actually put the numbers down. And I feel like that's what artists don't realize in the end of the day, because everyone's flexing for the gram, but
I don't think it's about like flexing for the gram. I think that it's just like having a plan, you know what I'm saying? It's like anything you want to do.
But they don't have a plan, that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't, some people do. You know what I mean? I feel like those who have a plan, it's working for them. You know what I'm saying? Those who don't have a plan, it's kind of obvious. You know what I'm saying? And it just becomes what it is. But that's how I look at it. But you definitely got to plan properly. You got to have, some money assigned to all of those things, because it takes all of those things to make it happen. I think that, like, some people think like, I'm going to come here to the studio, I'm going to book a session with S-Rock, then I'm going to record, then I'm going to just put it on iTunes next week, get a cover, and then I'm going to just tell you, I'm here, and then I'm going to perform, and at the end of my performance, I'm going to say, I'm on iTunes, Google, Spotify. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But what else? I think that it takes more to actually develop fans than just that.
And it took you a while to put Vegas Black's music on iTunes for that reason.
Yeah, I didn't think that we was at a point where we could ask people to spend money to hear her.
So how did you end up developing that campaign for her, and how did it end up working out at the end of the day? Because you said you're finishing her campaign now.
Oh, no, we're not finished. We got a lot more work to do. So I don't really know if it's working yet. We still got to get the people to trust in us and believe us. So our work is far from done. We got to wake up every day and work. You know what I'm saying?
So how long is a normal campaign for an artist or a project?
It never stops. You ever saw, not to get all morbid, but you ever saw, matter of fact, last week, rest in peace, Kim Porter. There was another brother, a country musician, who passed.
I know who you're talking
Clark.
about.
I think his last name was Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Rest in peace to that brother as well. When they made a statement, they said longtime publicist of 37 years had this to say. That's a 37-year campaign. So I think that that's where, when you really understand what's going on. I learned that from a sister in Atlanta. Her name is Tamiko, very big publicist in Atlanta. Shout out to Tamiko. Follow her online.
The one that Samika, she has like a TV show or something?
No. Her name is her on social media is Tamiko Hope. So she works a lot of big people, Zaytoven, and Trina, right? And so I remember meeting her. We did a Zaytoven interview I did for Parlay Magazine. And then remember, like 6 months later, she hits me up like, hey, I'm doing this with Trina. And I remember asking her, like, well, damn, I haven't heard anything from Trina in a while. She said, well, yeah, I'm still her publicist. When she has something to publicize, we reach out, we start the campaign. So I always tell people a good publicist is like a good lawyer. You may not go to jail this month, but you still got them on retainer. What happens when you get a speeding ticket and you don't want to go to court? You call that lawyer, he's going to show up for you.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happens. So I think that's where you start to get into like the whole thing of like loyalty. People always talk about loyalty in the business. You got to be able to give it to receive it.
But do you really think there is loyalty in this business?
What in the business or on the circuit? There's two different things. So which one are we talking about here?
Well, explain the business first and then
Well, the business is the business. People who are conducting themselves and profiting, that's the business. The circuit are like a group of us who are like really creative and are striving to get into the business.
Okay. So then is there any loyalty in the circuit then?
I know some loyal people. I got some people that have been riding with me, so I can't say it's not there. But I also see some people kind of flip flop, right? What's the line? They flip sides like teams at halftime. I seen a lot of that.
I believe it because I see it too, and that's why I just want to get your opinion on it. Because
I know some loyal people though. I know some people that have been, keeping it 100 with me, and we all good. So I definitely could say that there is some loyalty out there.
Oh, you mean the ones that say they're intimidating?
No. I'm talking about some people who care. You know what I'm saying? People who hit me up and say, "Yo, you're doing a good job. Keep going. I think you should try this. I think you should try that." I've had people, really give me some good advice, and that's what helped me get to where I'm at. So I know some loyal people.
Do you feel like you still need advice after all this time?
Huh?
Do you feel like you still need advice after all this time?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I need advice. I don't know what I'm doing. Have to tell you know what I'm saying? I'm out here hustling like everybody else. So I need advice. What they call a second opinion, a clear eye, you know what I mean?
Because I feel like you have it all down packed, in all honesty, since I first met you.
Nah, not me. I'm rolling the dice like everybody. I got to get up, put my pants on one leg at a time. I got to apply myself, you know what I'm saying? I got to work. Nothing's granted, right? You know what I mean? There's nothing written nowhere that says JB's going to accomplish this. No, you know what I'm saying? I wake up with first, you know what I'm saying? With God letting me wake up. And then he give me the opportunity to go out and work. And I got to work hard. And I got to make every single person who ever spent $1 with me, I got to make them believe that it was worth $1. Every single person that gave me opportunity, every single person, like I really be out. I be walking around in Harlem and people stop me and they be like, "Yo, yeah, so-and-so, like, yo, you're doing a good job." That was a blessing, right? I had to earn that from them. It's nothing guaranteed. I didn't fly here on a private plane and sold
But you
a million
be traveling
records.
a lot. Wait. You be traveling a lot.
I'm saying I didn't sell a million records, so it's not like I'm guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not signed to Rock Nation in the scope. Like, you feel me? It's nothing guaranteed. I gotta work every day. I'm a independent artist myself. I create and I do it on my own. That's independent artist right there.
And you don't have no 9 to 5.
Yeah, I work with people that do mental health and substance abuse, giving back to the community. I got a contract for that.
Oh, because I'm like, what does JB normally? That was one thing I've always wanted to ask. What do you do outside of
I'm in the community working every day.
Wow.
Yeah, giving back to the people, man. I got a real interesting story. You know what I'm saying? I've made some mistakes in my life. So to be able to wake up every day and help people that they call it 6 degrees of separation. Somewhere along the line, they might be related to somebody that was a byproduct of some negativity. You know what I mean? Somewhere me and my friends / cohorts, you know what I mean? So to be able to give back to that is a dope thing. I learned that from OGs, you know what I'm saying? We talking about people with lifetime parole. They then came home and got their thing straight and said, "This is what you do when you evolve." It's like getting a record deal and giving back turkeys.
And what are you doing, by the way, on Thursday? Talking about turkeys.
Oh, I'm gonna be with family. Be with family eating.
Well,
I spend holidays with family. I'm not one of them guys that be like just out and about on a holiday. I be with family.
I mean, me and Nick are actually going to a shelter on Mercy Avenue, and we're working with the AMG people, not the artist AMG, Joshua and Stacy, and we're gonna be helping out over there, giving food and stuff to the homeless. So we're like trying to recruit people if they want to come. It's like from 9 to 1.
That's dope.
You won't be eating turkey at 9 o'clock in the morning.
I won't even be here on Thursday.
Where are you gonna be?
I'm hitting the highway. I'm on the road again, man. I gotta move. You know what I mean?
So wait, when you're eating turkey at 9 in the morning, you're gonna be where?
I won't be in New York.
So where in the world are you gonna be now?
Oh, come on, man. That's like giving up. You know what I mean?
You're
My
gonna be
location is never on my phone.
you're gonna be in Paris, Spain, Rome.
I've been to Rome, though.
Like,
Never been to Paris.
is that the next stop?
Nah, I think I want to go to Greece. I seen Rick Ross do it in the video.
You're gonna love it, honestly.
Santorini. And I know you're people from there, so you can tell me what to eat, what not to eat. I think
Listen,
I'm gonna go.
if I go, I'll tell you. Come with me. We out.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, traveling is dope, man. You get to see the world, get different perspective on things, man.
Oh no, it's amazing. When I was in Greece, last time I went, I was 16. I sat there, and my uncle, like our old house, had a balcony. So I used to get up at 4 o'clock, 4 or 5 in the morning, and just sit there until the sun comes up because all you see now is just a valley.
Mm-hmm.
So it gave you that serenity where you could sit back and really reflect on your life.
That's dope.
You know, and me, I was
That's
a bookworm, so I had a whole stack of books.
You need that, man. You need that time to reflect, get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs that.
I feel like people don't see. I feel like that people think that's scarce.
The time that you have, you feel like people think that time is scarce.
It's scarce. You don't get a lot of that time.
I think you gotta create it.
Like people,
I have like a clock in your mind that says, you know what, I need to detach from everything and just kind of sit down and chill and think.
like me, I worked the last 15 days straight between my 9 to 5 and everything else I do. I made sure after the volunteering on Thursday that I'm gonna go stuff my face, be a fat asshole, and then go to bed and relax.
Do your thing.
That's my little me time. But people, they get so overwhelmed with I have this, I have that. They don't know how to do their time management, and then they screw everything up for them.
Well, I've been in some situations where like time was taken away from me, so I always said that I know how to manage my time better. One of the really things I've heard in life that stuck with me: if you don't know how to police yourself, they got some people that will police you.
So who's gonna police? Who normally polices you?
Me.
You police yourself.
Yeah, because at one point in time, the state of New York was policing me, and I said I won't let them do that no more.
It's funny you're bringing that up now. What is that whole situation? Because I don't want to ask why you were policed. That is your own prerogative, and I would never want to bring that out. But what did that whole experience taught you?
Don't take nothing for granted. Don't take nothing for granted. I think that's the biggest lesson. Then you learn people. You're put in a predicament where you're around so many different faces, so many different personalities. So you learn a lot about life. You know what I'm saying? And then you get time to do self-inventory. So when you sit down, you ask yourself questions that you may never have asked. You know what I mean? I knew this young man who I want to say he was about 20 years old at the time. He had been there since 16, and he had like 8 more years to do. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't sleep at night. He stay up all day. No, he stay up all night and sleep in the daytime. He told me at nighttime was like a mirror.
Right.
And it made him reflect on things he did. He ain't want that.
Interesting.
Wow.
With that, you were urging me during the elections to vote. You were strongly adamant about it because at one point you didn't have that right.
I urged you, or did I say that's the reason I was doing it?
You were urging me to vote, and you were telling me your reasons why.
Okay.
So, and then I was think about it. I missed the deadline because I was stuck overtime at work.
It's all good.
But no, Celeb said she was gonna go kill me if I didn't. But I saw a video clip later on from Saturday Night Live where Pete Davidson made fun of Dan Henshaw, which was one of the Republican candidates for the Senate. And I started contemplating that why are we voting? Why do we vote for people if our celebrities and the people that are supposed to be the influencers are not allowing us to really make a choice because you're making fun of them? You're pointing jokes. You're saying that they're bad. So it's like, in the end of the day, what can we do as the media and the influencers in order to make sure that people actually do the right thing?
Just encourage them to let their voice be heard. I think once you do, that's the right thing. Whoever you choose to vote for is your right. But you just want to make sure your voice is heard.
Because I feel like all the celebrities now are pushing the fact, hey, your vote really doesn't count.
I never heard no celebrity say that. I heard people say that, not a celebrity.
Well, Pete Davidson was cracking jokes on Saturday Night Live the week before the midterm elections.
Mm-hmm.
So the week after the midterm elections, after Dan Henshaw got elected to Senate, he came back and clapped back because he was talking about why would anyone want to vote for someone that can't even see from one eye. So when the celebrities are now influencing that stuff, it just makes you wonder, okay, do we really do it? Should we really vote?
I don't think it's no different than when they influence us, like for what sneaker to wear. Same thing. Freedom of speech, influence. Influence is a powerful thing. Shout out to everybody who got it. I know I vote. You know what I'm saying? I remember looking up 2008 and a black man was president. I ain't never think I'd see something like that. So to me, that was powerful.
I voted for him. I voted for Obama. I really wanted Obama. Like we did the mock elections in high school because his first term, I was in high school. I was finishing high school, so I wasn't 18 yet. But I voted the second time. I was like, I want Obama.
Okay.
So I remember being able to vote and seeing him win. It actually, I felt like I made a difference.
Sure.
But nowadays, when you see the media making fun of it, poking jokes.
I mean, it's media. I don't really take. I understand media. You have to do whatever gets the clicks. It helps you keep your job. So I don't really take none of that extra personal. I think that the responsibility is us as individuals to create these conversations between us, not so much in the public eye where it can be twisted. You know what I'm saying? It kind of made to order for the people. Conversations to have between us as people, you know what I'm saying? Respecting each other and just seeing eye to eye. And like I said, if you got influence, make sure you use it, whatever way you choose to. But just, try to use it in the right way. Don't try to, have people out here bugging out.
Hey, Rock. It's not showing it shows up on the side, but can you read me some of the comments because it doesn't show up on the Facebook thing? No, like it showed on the screen for 2 seconds, but it didn't show on because I saw something about the power of the media from Kanika, and I wanted to read it out to the live. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, she says, "Speak, Katie. The media makes a difference." That was Kanika.
And then
you got Eric Sullivan said hashtag female Larry King.
Okay.
You got DJ C Murder said facts. Never take anything for granted. The same way it came into your life is the same way it can be leave or be taken away. Other people commented on the previous topic.
Okay.
Which was the whole artist and management who was responsible for paying and stuff like that.
Oh, that was Fame.
Right. I had put that on the screen too.
So I managed to get the live on my phone.
Yeah.
So there was a whole damn conversation happening right behind the scenes.
That's dope, man. Shout out to everybody tuning in and supporting.
So we got Basquiat Mind for President 2020 from DJ C Murder.
I appreciate that, man. Good looking.
Peace to the Plug from Veggie.
Veg, that's my guy right there. Veg is hip hop.
Pretty Girl First didn't realize I was actually going to play her song after I asked her to send me the track. But she said, this made me blush. I didn't realize I was getting some playtime. Now, Fame asked the major question.
Mm-hmm.
Where did JB get the chopped cheese from? It'll make a big difference. Harlem. He got it from Harlem. And that shit was mad good. But because we were partaking in conversations, I'm going to be finishing this in the next music break. And whatever you and Pretty Girl First are fighting about in the live, Monday Night Raw is not liable for anything that happens during their live feed.
Fame, I got that from Harlem, baby. Come on. We ain't going to half step with it.
Yo, but this is the first time we here with the plug and there's no tequila.
Yeah, I kept it light today, man. I was chilling, man. I be off that vibe sometimes. I like to have a good time, but I know that
enough this weekend.
Yeah, but I feel like drinking has its moments. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's appropriate to be doing that. But I wanted to come up here and have a good conversation with you. I ain't want to get too cool, and I start sipping. I get too cool. You know what I mean? I wanted to be Regular with you.
I mean, you were so lit on Saturday though.
I wasn't even lit though, to be honest with you.
Yo, but you were lit with the food. You had that big plate of tater
Oh,
tots.
yeah.
It was like a giant plate of tater tots.
I wasn't
like
lit with the
small
alcohol.
hamburger.
I've been kind of slow with that. I be having a good time, man. You know what I'm saying? If everybody can have a good time, then I'll be like, let me just chill, focus, handle the business. I had one drink on Saturday. You know what I mean? Afterwards, when we closed it down, you know, as gentlemen, we all toast together. But during the show, I only had one drink, man. I knew that, you know what I'm saying? I understood the platform, you know, the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to S-Rock, shout out to Rockview, shout out to New York Music Festival, you know what I'm saying?
It was a good time.
They paired me with Shawnee Culture, you know what I'm saying? High 97. So I really felt like my job was to be there to represent for us, you know what I'm saying? To really kick it with artists and, you know what I mean? Give you the balance, you know? Indie, mainstream, all that type of shit. So I wanted to be focused.
So outside of your artist, did you have any favorite acts that night? Anyone wow you?
That's the first time I seen Nikki Owens perform.
Really?
Yeah, it's my first time seeing her. Sister could sing. That was dope. Shout out to the young brothers from Philly, Trey Gang. They got busy. Who else got busy? The brothers that they kept calling dead presidents, A something. It was like A something. A12. They got busy. Definitely shout out to Clef Majors and them. They came all the way from Virginia.
Yeah.
They got busy.
They're gonna come to the show because we missed their interview.
Yeah. Fame got busy, you know, the whole thought, but you know, they get on and they turn up. Their energy is amazing. I like the way Just Right, he subtly went into his performance, you know what I'm saying, from hosting. I like the way he did that. And then he got right back into performing, you know what I'm saying, which shows a lot of professionalism. I like how the brother was able to put the hat on and take hat off.
He's always been very professional in that sense. And I've noticed that, like, you'll see one day Just is, like, doing his radio show, right?
Yeah.
But, like, an hour later, he'll have his whole setup for his merchandise.
Yeah.
Then he surprised me with the whole hosting thing. I was like, okay.
Nah, that was dope.
Just, I'm not going to knock your hustle because I don't want to host today.
For sure. Everybody got busy. Of course, Vegas Black got busy, you know. But I'm trying not to be biased.
I mean, yeah, because that's your client, but
you know what I'm saying.
She did do good though. I'm not gonna lie. That was my first time. No, I'm lying. That would be my second time performing because the first time I saw her perform was at your other event at Blackthorn.
What you think about her as an artist?
As an artist, I think she's really good. Like I don't see many female artists that could spit like her. Like my top two is honestly Pretty Girl First and Vegas Black.
Isn't it coincidental they both associated with me? But go ahead.
I mean, I think you spoke it into that, like you spoke it into existence somehow.
Yeah, I guess. I just, you know, it's so funny. I remember about maybe like 2 years ago, maybe. Okay. Shout out to Hollywood YSA. I remember him asking me one day, we were up at DTF, and he was like, yo, like, what do you like? So I was like, what you mean? He was like, artist-wise. He's like, I think that we all kind of got like this misconception that, you know, like, you're like only in the trap rap or like only in the people that talk money or only people that talk about cars. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. So I said, but let me ask this question. Where we at right now? He was like, on the radio. I said, people from the radio called me and told me to bring 2 people with me to spit. He said, I said, look who I got with me. Hollywood YSA, Coney Brooks. 2 people that could spit. If it was up to me, people who could spit would be the highest selling. My favorite artists are Styles P, Jadakiss, Nas, Jay-Z, The Game.
Yeah.
I listen to everybody else, but if you want to ask me, and Pusha T, pardon me, that's what I'm playing all day. So
let me ask you a question. Yeah. What independent artists are you playing all day?
What independent artists I play all day?
See, I got you with that one.
No, because I don't play nobody all day. But
you don't have like top 5 independent artists.
Nah.
Why?
I stay away from all that. I think everybody's cool. I want everybody to win, but I don't do that top 5 thing.
Really?
You've never seen me. You've never seen me put out a list of top 5 anything.
I mean, you do put that I Grind Wednesday playlist.
Yeah, it's just 20 artists. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the Sweet 16 with DJ Waffles. You know what I mean? But you never see me do like a top 5 list. I think that just creates a lot of commotion. I think it takes away from, you know, the focus of creativity. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just be creative, push and work hard, but I don't got no time for all this.
Okay, so how did you Vegas? So you mentioned it before. Vegas, and Pretty Girl First. Were you all just in the same circle, or did you somehow put it together?
Well, I connected them two together. I met Pretty Girl First about maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 4 years, something like somewhere in that 4 to 5 year range. There was a show in the Bronx at the Q Lounge on Boston Road, and she performed, and Quan Lee introduced us. We've been rocking and roll ever since.
Because when I see you, it's either you in Vegas, you were celeb, or all of you guys together.
Yeah, and Vegas, we came from the mud. We was trapping from the beginning together. You know what I mean? Shout out to P Reels Records. You know what I'm saying? We was on the bottom, really cooking that thing up. And that came from her. She the rapper. She introduced me to Vegas.
Okay. So we're talking off the air. What's up with you and the independent artists? Because a lot of people think, one, you either hate them, two, you think they're trash, three, you're just being a troll.
Can you tell me why people think I hate them?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying why people think I hate them.
Because you're always so blunt.
How's that hate?
I don't see it as hate, but people be doing a lot of ducking and dodging and blocking over it, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know, is it hate for you?
Never.
Do you actually is some of it actually critique? Do you really think some of them are trash?
I mean, you always gonna have people that's trash. There's people that's. I'm a sports fan. You know what I'm saying? Some people say the Knicks are trash. I'm a Knicks fan, so I think that's relative to what someone's opinion is on a certain subject. Yeah, there's some people that's trash. There's some people that's nice. There's some people that's mainstream stars that are trash. Some people that's nice. I don't think it's nothing like, particular on just indie artists. I'd be a fool to say that. I know some indie artists that would give anybody in the world a run for their money.
That's a definite fact. That's a definite fact.
And so in terms of like hating them or thinking they trash, anybody that's putting that narrative out there, they bugging. You gotta check they drink. I think it's spiked.
That good shit?
Not even that good shit, that bad shit. They putting out bad energy. Because anybody that know me would never be able to say that I think that all indie artists are trash. Am I honest? Yeah. Well, I tell you my opinion, yeah, if you ask me. I'm not just out here just talking about things for no reason. You know what I'm saying? If you ask my opinion, I'm gonna tell you. But I think also this is what I do. When you meet me, hey JB, what you do? Journalist. This is my job. I'm part of the media. We create conversations. So I think that's what I'm here to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my job. I'm supposed to speak on these things.
And then it goes back to what we were talking about before. Since now we're not here to please anyone above us, because we're the ones that are writing. We're here to tell the truth and spark something within the independent artist, within the consumer. When they get offended now, or whatever the case may be, how do you go about it afterwards?
What do you mean afterwards? Like after what?
So let's say I write a piece about you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make something up. Basquiat Mind said this, that, and that, like in an actual reported way, like in the blog, and then you find something offensive about it.
We can have a conversation.
But it's me talking the truth.
We can have a conversation. If it's the truth, what they say, the truth hurts. So if it's the truth, I can't be mad at you for putting the truth out there. If you say Jason Bourne is 6'2", 270 pounds, I'm gonna be mad at you for saying the truth.
You are not 270 pounds.
You got a scale in here. I stand on it.
Yo, Rock, you got a scale in here? Can't see what I do. Damn, all right, we figure this out later on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be mad at you for telling the truth. Now, if you said Jason Bourne is a Golden State Warrior fan, then I could call you on that and say, well, everybody know I like the Knicks.
Okay, and fam, it's not me being petty. It's me asking a legitimate question.
I think that's a very good question. I'm here to talk about it. I've been told that, you know what I mean, certain perceptions are out there, and So I'm here to talk about it. We can get to it.
I mean, you told me a certain person told you that I said you were intimidating, when I've told you to your face when I met you, you're intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to know you, and you're like a giant thuggish teddy bear.
I'm the coolest person in the world.
Exactly. Now you're telling me there was a lot of things that I supposedly said about you that never came out of my mouth.
A lot of things that you said about me?
Yeah, you were telling me that I said some things about you that I never said.
No, but refresh my memory.
We had a conversation the other day, and you were saying I told this to a certain someone that you were intimidating. I didn't want to work with you, something like that.
No, I believe it was surrounding the interview when you were on my show at DTF. I think they said that the way that I interviewed you guys was like intimidating or condescending, somewhere in that area. I'm paraphrasing because I don't want to misquote the person, but it was somewhere in that area of intimidating or condescending or something in that area. That's what was said.
I mean, I think it was.
And I actually thought I did a really cool, laid back interview and didn't really ask too many questions. So I was like, what?
I mean, do I think you were laid back? No, I think you were direct.
Mm-hmm.
If you want me to be honest, because I never I see this the way I see you now is laid back.
Yeah.
When I see you at DTF, because it's not my first time I've been in DTF with you, you're very direct.
Mm-hmm.
You're very in your zone. It's very different from you interviewing from you getting interviewed, and I've noticed that. Because I've seen other interviews where you're not in DTF yourself, and
I mean, I'm not trying to take over the show. Like my job is to kind of play my role in the situation. You know what I mean? It's your show, so you're the star. I'm just being interviewed. So you ask the question, I answer.
No, of course, but the way the JB that's being interviewed is always different than the person that's interviewing. So when you're in your interview mode, you're very direct, you're very, at times, intimidating. But for that person that said all this stuff to come out of his or her butt and say, well, Katie said this or what, yada, 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 is uncalled for, especially when I'm finding this out a year later.
I don't know. I'm just a messenger. I mean, it's real. That's exactly what was said. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest with you, that was said.
I mean,
but in terms of my interview style, like, yeah, I mean, because I try to create an experience. So I want to have a good time. I want to make sure that the person I'm interviewing gets a good interview. I want to make sure that they get to promote what they can to promote. I want to get, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to trip people up or try to find some sneaky curveball. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help you set the tone and create the narrative on this conversation. So, you know what I mean? A little bit of energy, you know what I mean? People like that. They feed off of it. You know what I mean? It's like hosting an event. They don't want you to just be dry and like too cool or, you know what I mean, standing on stage with shades. They want you to be like into it. You know what I mean? People going to feed off that, and then it helps the whole morale of the situation. But when it comes to a vibe like this, I want to chill because I really want the conversation to be digested. You know what I mean? I want the words to be heard. You know, if you ask me questions, I want to articulate. I want to be clear. I want to, you know what I mean, let the record be set straight. So I'm not coming with the antics or, you know what I mean? I don't want people to feel like, oh, JB just sitting up there with a bottle of champagne because he's want everybody to know he got champagne. No, I came to be heard. You got questions, I want to answer it. You know what I mean? I got a story. As much as I always, you know, advise people about creating a narrative, I got one. And I know that if you let me talk, I can sit here and I can explain to you who I am, what I've been through, why I feel the way I feel today. You know what I'm saying? What I did to get here and why I feel like I'm going to keep going. I'm here for a reason. Shout out to Nick Bucks.
So why do you do all this? Because you probably had other options.
Other options in terms of what? Oh, I got another option. The other option is not a good one. It's going to take me back to a place where I came from.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to go there.
Well, let's not do that.
Yeah.
I meant, but you, with your mindset and your skill set, you could do a whole bunch of things.
Mm-hmm.
So why do PR?
I love this. I love writing. And also you asked me a question earlier about what it taught me. I said, don't take nothing for granted, right? I've 100% always been an intelligent individual, but I don't think I've always, did right with that blessing. So this is my attempt to kind of like rebound from that. You know what I'm saying? If God gave you intelligence, he intended for you to use it, not to be out here just wasting it. So wasted talent, like Jim Jones said, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to be wasted talent. So I'm trying to put mine out there.
So you talked about giving back. How are you giving back to the community using your skill set of PR management, How?
I'm actually, it's so funny that you asked that. I'm in negotiations now to work with a youth program where all of the artists are under the age of 21, and you have some that want to be broadcast journalists, some that want to be artists, some that want to be engineers, some that want to be writers. So I'm in negotiations to work with them. You know what I'm saying? To kind of like mentor some of them. I've also been part of something called The Village uptown in Harlem. If you go look up Black celeb kids and industry kids, shout out to my sister Malika, man, who gave me an opportunity for that. So I've done a lot of events with kids, books and cupcakes. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I've done a lot of work with kids.
Books and cupcakes? What's
Yeah,
that?
well, we actually we bring cupcakes. All the kids get cupcakes, and each of the kids pick like their favorite book, and they read a couple of passages out their favorite book.
Oh wow!
And then we bring in individuals who kind of have like a checkered past, quote unquote, who have taken out the time to write a book about their experiences and things of that nature. They read to the kids as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
You be doing a lot. But
I
how
be
come
working,
you don't
man.
show it?
Huh?
How come you don't show it though?
Go on Instagram.
I go on your Instagram.
You see my work on Instagram. Facebook is recreation. It's like, Rec, you know, you ever been, I mean, you probably never heard that, but when they be like, Rec going out, it's Facebook, it's Rec. We're here to have a good time. It's called social media. I be up here socializing. I'm not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like you don't show that part as much. I see this.
Mm-hmm.
I see Basquiat that works with the artist. I see Basquiat that's with Choice with.
Some really cool pictures on there too, man.
I look at all your pictures. You show up on my feed more than anyone else. If you're not posting, someone's commenting and it pops back up.
DeMarcus Cousins is one of the most vilified players in the NBA. He is also one of the biggest philanthropists in the NBA, but he doesn't bring any cameras. So people do it because it's real, right? You know, so far I just did an event this Saturday. We were teaching some young men in East New York and Canarsie how to tie ties. And
was that the thing with Dizzy?
No, Shout out to Dizzy. He was doing something else. But I did it with Chrissy Bryan. Shout out to Divine Eloquence. And Chrissy said to me, she said, yo, you know what's different about this? I said, what's that? We didn't attach it to no holiday. So you see how everybody's gearing up like, oh, it's Thanksgiving, we'll get back to turkey. Oh, it's Christmas. No shade to them, but we just did it because we wanted to. Just because we knew that there was a bunch of kids across the street going the wrong route. And we said, hey, how can they go the right route? Well, they can learn how to put a tie on with a clean white shirt. So I really be in the mud. I'm in the trenches.
I mean, I do my community. Like, I do the sarcoma one in July.
Oh, no, I definitely applaud what you guys do. So I'm not, this is the thing. When I'm speaking on myself, it's not to slight no one else. So I'm totally confident in having a conversation about me without having to like say, well, you know, but they not doing that over there to make it look, you know what I mean? To make it seem like what I'm doing is better than no. What I'm doing is meant for me. So I'm good with that.
But it's also nice to see what you're doing outside of all this. Because, yeah, you post up when you go on vacation, but no one sees who JB really is.
They don't care about that. They want to see JB talk shit. I put up a post the other day. I said, yo, isn't it crazy how if you post about reality, case in point, I put up super productive day today, Saturday.
Yes.
Couple of likes. If I put up, yo, wow, you videographers is charging hunt, people going to be on that.
Valid.
If a person posts up, yo, I wish I could go and do it. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people like the dreamers more than the doers.
I don't know. I'd rather see another side of JB.
Come to the hood. Come hang out with me. I'm on like my third year asking people to come outside and hang out.
I told you to let me wait. I told you to let me know a day, and Fame was gonna tag along with me.
Can I tell you the difference with me? It's every day.
Okay,
every day.
Katie needs to know because she has to put MetroCard money. Because
it's every day though. Like you could really call me. You can say, JB, what you doing? Oh, I'm in the middle of the projects at the flagpole. Shout out to everybody from Dykeman 220 block. You know what the flagpole is meant to us. It's every day. You know, like any given time you call me, yeah, I'm on this block doing this. Like it's every day. It's not like what Hov said, right? Come and set up the camera, let the video run. That's what we doing. Like this is really us.
You know, because I'm just not gonna randomly show up to Dykeman and be like, JB, are you even here?
Why not? You could call. I mean, you could call on the way there. You're good. You could be like, yo, I'm with him. You're good. Like, not
I mean, I
everybody can
used to
say
work
that.
up in Dykeman, so.
You good. My name and my face is good in my neighborhood. I need them like they need me. You're good.
Oh, damn. He's good.
I'm good. I mean, if somebody could pull up a receipt saying something different, then
Daniel Sanchez wrote over here, JB is the truth. He helps many artists. I'm one of the artists he has helped. Salute King.
he's from Dykeman as well. I live in Minnesota now.
Oh, wow.
This is real rap we giving you. This is not made up. I bumped my head, got up off my ass, and now I'm back, baby.
Fame, go home.
Mm-hmm. Look, he said I did it and he had just left. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I gotta go, you know.
Listen, you knew what he was gonna be at today, so shut your face.
But yeah, man, you know, I'm just a real person, man. I said something the other day. I said I've come to the conclusion that some of the things that may like turn people off from me, I think about it sometimes. I'm open to suggestions, but realistically, man, I'd rather down on my feet than live on my knees. So I'm gonna just be me, keep working, because I've gotten enough of people to be like, yo, you know, like I think what you're doing is coming from a, you know, like an authentic place, and no one can say I'm disrespectful. I haven't disrespected anybody. I'm not here for that. I'm just here working, cooling. We sip a little Patron, support each other, and let's win. That's my vibe. Anybody know me know that. So I ain't really out here putting no bullshit in the air, right? I say what I feel online if it's something, but in the physical, I'm cool with everybody, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I want to say everybody win. Let's all get it, man. The more everybody win, the closer I get to winning.
So I gotta ask.
Let's do it.
You're known as the infamous plug.
The plug.
Okay. What do you do when people take your moniker and say that they're the plug?
I just clap for them, man. Keep winning.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the fact that you mentioned it means that, you know, you see who borrowed it and why and when. But it's cool, right? It was what Michael Jordan took it from Dr. J. Dr. J from Connie Hawkins. Then he went to Kobe, then LeBron. Now we got Zion Williamson coming. It's all good, man. What they say, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, I think.
Yes.
Something like that, right? Yeah. It's all good. Shout out to everybody, man. It could be multiple plugs, ain't just one. It's a plug for everything. It's you know what I'm saying? It's a plug for cars. It's a plug for dozens of t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? It's a plug for hats. New Era. Plug for printing press. Plug for waters. Shout out to everybody.
But do you feel like these people, like, even I don't understand when people say they're plugged, but then no one's getting anywhere.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, you'd have to give me a specific. I don't know how to really talk in like gray area. Give me a specific.
I mean,
I'll talk on it.
I saw someone name their show The Plug. I forgot
Shout out to them.
What platform it was on. But then when I saw it and I would watch it and it didn't partake my interest or catch my interest the way you would when you say, well, Katie, this is how we do so and so, and this is what this person did, and if you try to copy that, you know, or at least get an understanding of what they did, you'll understand better. You know, these people say, well, I have A, B, C, and D, and then it doesn't catch your attention.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they catch somebody.
To back it up.
I don't know. I don't know. I know I come from a place where it's very important to be able to prove what you say and to be about what you say you are about. So I try to focus on that. You know what I mean? Other people, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever allowed them to sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's hard for me because I'm not really the type to like hate on nobody else. So whatever they doing that they feel is cool, let them do it. I just know what I'm doing. And I appreciate everybody that recognize what I'm doing and let me do what I do. Because, you know what I'm saying? If they don't do that, it's not nothing. I have a lot of conversations about that. Like, everybody's like, I'm the greatest, I'm this, I'm that. To me, it's like, if the people don't say it, it don't matter. I could sit here and tell I'm the best anything in the world. The people ain't coming to get it. What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? People got to rock with you. So I know that for me, I got to always make sure that the people know that this thing here is authentic. And that's what they coming to get it. So I'm good.
So how long it took you to get up to this point?
I want to say I'm going on my 6th year. Yeah, I'm going on like my 6th year media. My first placement in the magazine, shout out to Parlay Magazine, was 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm still fresh. I'm fresh as ever. See, that's why I be telling people, be like, oh, the up and coming. I'm just like, yo, I ain't been here for 15 years, taking up space, talking about what I'm gonna do later. Like, nah, I'm here, working now.
I mean, yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, shout out to S5, man. Shout out to That Splash Magazine, man. Another one of the brands that we involved with. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gio, the whole team over there. Definitely gave me an opportunity to put my pen game down.
And
But I'm working, man.
Who else you involved with?
The Hype Magazine, Lavish Life Magazine, The Grind Report, G Mix, Royal Press, 1212 Mag.
Oh, you be typing a lot.
Yeah, man. I do what I do. Like, I'm a journalist. So I got to write. Feel me? I be a fraud if I'm up here talking about I'm a journalist. And then you be like, oh, so what's the last thing you wrote? Oh, I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Do you copy, like, if let's say...
Copy and paste?
Do you do the copy and pasting?
Not me.
Because I see many people do the copy and pasting, and then I'll see one write up on 100 different pages.
Not me. Shout out to them, but I don't do that. I really write this thing down. You know?
How long did
that'd be like me learning that somebody writing Ho's lyrics. I'd be very upset. Or somebody writing Pusha T lyrics.
Facts.
I'd be very upset.
Facts.
So
how long?
If I've ever copied and pasted something, the only scenario I've ever done that, remember, I am president of Lavish Life Magazine. So I manage the content of what goes up. So on the site, if for example, you have clients, if you sent me something that said, hey, JB, could you post this as is? When you go to Lavish Life, it's going to say written by you. It's not going to say written by me. So that's not me copying and pasting. That's me. You know what I'm saying? And I would just hope that you didn't ask me and several other people to do that, because you're going to hurt yourself on Google.
Yeah.
But it's going to say written by you. I don't steal nobody's words. That ain't cool.
Okay, so how long does it take you to write one piece then?
5 minutes, 10 minutes the most.
Really?
It's something God love. I could say, hey, right now, write something on my phone. That's what I do.
Interesting.
But I think it's similar to artists that don't write. You know what I'm saying? Like artists that could go in and just freestyle. I think it's that same level of creativity. So that's why I say, again, we all artists. It's the same level of creativity. If you sit here and you write a rhyme and you want it to be heard and supported, it's the same thing with me writing something and me wanting to read it. So when it comes down to people feeling like, oh, yo, JB don't listen to our music, what's the last thing of mine you read?
The last thing that you wrote?
No, not you, but these people that'll be like, yo, JB don't listen to our music, right? You ask me, yo, who's your top 5? Yo, who music playing all day? Ask them how many articles of JB they read.
Cricket.
Which one of my magazine they got in their stash in their house? Which one of my events that they came to just pull up to be like, yo, you know, I'm just here with JB. But bet when they got a flyer, they send it to me, right? So we're going to be real, right? Don't ask for something you're not giving. I'm going to ask for nothing I'm not giving.
We were working together at an event.
Yes, ma'am.
That was dedicated to Coney in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you feel about the turnout?
I think it was dope. I had a really good time that night. I think it was a really dope event. A lot of people still talking about it, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And I think it helped Coney Brooks catapult to another level in his career. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you see a lot of people booking him now that probably wasn't booking him early this summer. I
mean, I feel like they should have booked him regardless, because out of everyone that I've seen,
I'm gonna say the difference. Go ahead, I'm gonna let you finish. Palm, I'm gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
There's a few hardworking people I've seen in this industry as an artist. We're talking about one of them, including the man that's engineering my board right now.
Most definitely.
Okay. Then there was Coney, and then outside of that, I can say it's very scarce. Like Fame is doing what he's supposed to be doing now, but before that, I don't see that many people doing what S-Rock does, what Coney does. You know, that they're above the caliber. I think
that for all intents and purposes, and Coney will admit this, I think Coney just moved into that echelon after military grind.
How so?
Because he showed that he's able to bring bodies out. So when you mention S-Rock is showing he could bring bodies out. He's just doing an event on Saturday. I would assume. I don't know, man. I'm
We're
sure he
doing
had
the one on the 13th.
I'm sure he had a team of people, but I'm pretty sure a good amount of the people in that building were there, and they could walk to that door and say, "Yo, I came with S-Rock." That's
Is that a
different.
fact?
That's different. So I think that's where you start to have a conversation of being that caliber of individual. And I think for Coney Brooks, that happened at Military Grind. And that was something that he'd been working towards. That was something that we had a conversation about last year. And I told him, I said, your trajectory is going to change when you show that you can put bodies in the building. So I know a lot of times we debate, but even when it comes to Military Grind, a lot of people, like, I'll put up a post saying, "Oh, we're looking for the next headliner," and people start tagging their friends, like, "Yo, he should headline." I think that they're coming just from a talent perspective, which I understand, but they forget the business aspect of it. Are people going to pay to come see you? Point blank, period. And if they're not going to come to pay to see you, you are not a headliner.
Yeah.
You could be as talented as you want to be. You're not a headliner. That's just a fact. It's all good.
But like Coney still owes me a lime green lighter.
But do you see that a lot though? People always saying who could be a headliner, and it's all just about how talented they are.
Like we did the same thing 2 weeks ago when we started planning the event. Who would be a dope artist, like the headline, and me and him would look at it, and then we'd look back into how many people they would bring to a show, and this and that. And
isn't that amazing, that bird's eye view that we get though? Like, because this is the thing, right? You could be on Facebook debating it,
yeah,
and everybody tell you how many people they bring. But isn't it amazing to have the bird's eye view of actually done an event with these people and see that amount of people didn't come? Changes your opinion on things, don't it?
No, it really does so. And it's like, I remember a year ago you were telling me to not be so open with the artists in this industry.
Open with me?
Not open.
Yeah, make sure people might think that I told you to hide shit.
No, I don't want that to not hide or whatever, but give opportunities to those that haven't put that work in.
Yeah,
because
it can hinder you.
Yeah, because a year ago I was giving opportunities, I was giving interviews, and then this year, after seeing a lot, I've become more selective.
I think that you can always give opportunity, but I think you have to give the appropriate opportunity to the appropriate individuals. So I think that what happens is we don't want to set our people up to fail.
No, not
so it would be like, you know what I'm saying? It would be like, you know, pick anybody. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, yo, listen, I know this guy who has $100,000 that he wants to invest in someone's concert at Madison Square Garden. You got to be able to bring 20,000 people. So yeah, you might be the dopest artist I know, but if you can't bring 20,000 people, why would I even have you and that guy have a conversation about that?
Because then it goes back to also about the whole thing with the flyers. When I was coming to DTF, I didn't want a flyer for myself, but I would definitely, for a fact, was going to promote that I was going to go to DTF and I was going to do this, I was going to do that. But then you see some artists, because I don't know if you measure the amount of likes and whatever that, because you guys use Tune,
live stream and all that type of shit.
The live stream, but it had like an app.
Tune in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was about to say TuneCore. I was trying hard not to say that.
So we have our own app now too. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you get that Detail Radio app. But go ahead.
Yeah, shout out to. Well, I'm not even in WVMR anymore, so fuck it. Shout out to DTF Radio. But
I do look at the.
You look at the numbers.
Yeah, like when I'm if you see, for example, like how I promote the show, I think that we've been getting a better feedback kind of waiting till after the show. Mm-hmm. And for me, I study people at a higher level, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've never heard who's going to be on Everyday Struggle on Thursday. Mm-hmm. I know about it after they're on there. That's when the promo happens. So I've gone to, you know what I mean, trying things like that. It's like the Breakfast Club. You see the picture, and then you know they're going to watch it. They don't tell you like, oh, next Wednesday we're going to have Nas. No, you just will see a picture saying Nas is on, and then you're going to watch it. So I kind of ball stuff like that, man. I try to, take some of the recipes of success. So if it's some people winning doing it this way, I'm inclined to be like, you know what, let me try that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Put my own sauce on it, but this might be the way to go.
But you get what I'm saying? It's like, but then you see those some people, they can have dope talent, they can have the presence in front of a crowd. But if you're promoting a radio interview, then you check the numbers later on, they come up completely short.
Yeah, I think that everybody should, um, as much as they can, like, kind of honor every opportunity. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's like sitting with you right here, right now, is no different than like sitting with Sway. It's still an opportunity, right? It's still a camera right there, where people are watching. You're still giving me opportunity to, you know what I mean, to tell my truth and my story. There's still people on here commenting and showing love. It's the same thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might be X amount of more numbers, but that's cool. But every time you're in a space where you talking and someone's listening, that's a blessing because it's a lot of people who's, you know what I mean, stories or things going deaf ears. So you gotta honor that moment, you know what I mean, and be like, "There, this is dope for me." You know what I'm saying? You see, I bought you the chopped cheese, man.
So
What
excited.
Drake sent Charlemagne bottles of Cristal. If I had that much money, you'd have had Cristal. But
Nah, don't put me
you know what I'm
and
saying?
Krista together. Don't do that. Don't do
But
that.
shout out to the young lady in the hood that let me get her food stamps to get your sandwich. Feel me? And we get hot sandwiches in the hood with the food stamps. I'm lying. I spent money, but you know,
I mean,
you still gotta
still,
keep
the
it
stuff that
ghetto.
counts. I be like, damn, I feel love right now.
Yeah, man. Gotta get that vibe, man, to get that chopped cheeseburger.
But that show was life. Like, this is gonna be my munchies now after. I mean, we don't condone the illicit use of drugs and any other illegal substances here. Yada yada
Yeah, I'm
yada.
just drinking water.
Yeah, we're drinking water and frappes and being bougie.
What else is something that you really wanted to ask me that when I said, hey, I don't want to talk about this, you were kind of like, damn, I wanted to put him on the spot. I'm the one that got JB to talk about it. What's up? Cause I feel like I feel like it's a lot of that.
See, you and I have a lot of conversations, so that's so hard.
Oh yeah, we actually kick it. All right, cool.
Because you and I will talk beyond the mic, beyond all the talks. I'll call you, be like, Basquiat, I need help with homework.
Yeah, we kick it.
You know, the only undying question I want to know is because someone told me you were Dominican, and I was like, that's bullshit.
No, I'm not Dominican.
Where are you from?
Dykeman.
I meant someone said you were like full out your ethnicity Dominican and everything.
Yo, that's crazy. I don't even know how someone. I don't know. What did they DNA test me? Like how would they ever be able to tell you?
I don't know, cause
no, my grandma was from Tennessee. Like you know what I'm saying?
fame suck it. I told you he's not Dominican.
No, all my aunts and uncles, New York City.
I mean, I think
black.
the undying question everyone wants to know: what is your actual name?
My name is Davon.
Really?
Yeah.
Cause I never knew that.
Well, people know that. If you've done business with me, you know that.
I mean, I do. We talk. You never told me your actual name. Like
that's rockets, like yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's like you do business with somebody, you know their real name. I can't, you know.
I mean, yeah, I do business with you, but like every time I've seen Jason Bourne.
My name is Davon. I'm not hiding from nobody, and it's Googleable. You can go and check and see if everything I said is the truth. My name is Davon. That's real. Jason Bourne was something. I'm in Cultural Apartment. Jason Bourne was something because, like I said, when I came back to the free world, I needed a phone, and everybody was doing like the smartphone, so it was Blackberries. So I had a Blackberry, and everybody had the BBM, the messenger thing. So I'm not like a person. I don't make shit up. You feel me? So you know, people's name would be like, "Yo, Maserati J" or $100 million cab. You know what I'm saying? I don't have none of those things. So I said, well, let me think of something that actually describe me or define me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that you could put in any situation. I can adapt. I get the job done. That's Jason Bourne if you watch the movies.
Well, yeah, I've seen the movie. That's what like, wait, his name is like the Jason Bourne character?
Treadstone and Blackbriar call me. I execute. That's it.
And then where did Basquiat come from?
Basquiat, because if you go back to the painter, you know what I'm saying? The fame and everything killed him right before he got a shot. So to me, it was a reminder that when we let you go back into this world, don't let all that shit consume you to where you just kill over and you don't even get your shot to succeed for real, for real.
So you don't feel like any of this fame and stuff consumed you at all?
I ain't famous. I don't got it. I'm not famous.
Listen, like you said, you'll go walk somewhere, they know who you are.
I mean, well,
not many people can say that. I mean, unless you're rock.
Nah, I mean, I know mad people that people know, so I haven't taken it outside of that box. Like, you know what I mean? I'm from uptown, like everybody know everybody. So, but I do get people who say that they know me because of my work, and I see that as a blessing. I don't see that as fame. I just see it that I'm putting out the right energy and I'm putting out the right work ethic, and people are paying attention. So I feel like, you know what I mean? I got followers, people are following, they're paying attention. So as long as I continue to serve them, they're gonna be happy and they're gonna show me love for it. So that's what it is.
So, what's happening for you in 2019?
2019, man. I think we're gonna bring the Block Party TV back. We definitely gonna still do, military grind. This Saturday we got one. We're looking at another one for December. December 13th, I'm at New York Poets Cafe hosting Obnoxious Brand pop-up shop.
I heard you have a website coming up.
Yeah, I'm let a website go just so people can, when they ask a question, what do you do? What do you offer? It could be all right there. Mm-hmm. So I think it just enhance, my presentation when I'm in some of these other rooms where people are like, oh, you got a website? Yeah, here we go. Check me out. December 21st, just announced this today. December 21st, I'll be at Brooklyn Bazaar, hosting with Malibu Mitch. She's gonna be the headliner. What else I got going on?
You forgot December 13th. You're coming to the Give Back show.
No, December 13th, I'll be hosting Obnoxious Pop-Up.
You can make both.
I think you're doing it at the same time, but if you could find a way for me to do that, let's do it. It's always for the community.
We'll send you a private jet. You good?
I'm there. Let me see. Of course, next Friday the 30th, That's Blast Magazine will be dropping another issue. Evo Lounge, we party there every month.
Who's gonna be on the cover now?
That I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. They're very top secret with that. I kind of find out like maybe 2-3 days before. So I won't know till like Monday. Of course, continue to write with the Hype Magazine in their Round Report column and the Who Is column.
I'm still waiting for my job to write.
You can always send me stuff. Editorials, I need editorials. That's one of the craziest things. That's hard because a lot of times people say like, oh, I want to write these magazines. They really only want to write about like artists, and I don't really need no more content about artists.
See, I come from the time, like my first journalism class, I was told this is what they want you to write about, so this is where you gotta go do your research and stuff like that. That's the era I grew up on.
If you want to go up a bit and just purely the journalist lane, learn how to do some editorials. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not every outlet is really like catering to, like
no, of course, and it's the fact that
artists and stuff.
It's not always about artists, but it's like, okay, let's say you said you're the president of one of your.
Yeah, Lavish Life Magazine, and we got Raheem Devon on the cover of the next digital release.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So you assign people to write about certain things, don't you?
Yeah, I tell them editorials. I always want editorials. Yeah. Celebrity news or editorials.
No, but that's my point. So you assign the person to write about something and then they do the research. That's what I grew up on.
Oh, got you. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Nowadays, yeah, I write about independent artists, but
I see what you're saying. There's nothing wrong with that. I love writing about it. That's my favorite thing to write about. It's independent artists. So all the independent artists that think JB, you still didn't clarify why people think I hate independent artists.
I still, because I feel you troll people. If we're gonna go into that, you troll people
just to have a good time.
I mean, I find it hilarious when I'm working.
I troll everybody though. I troll promoters. I troll DJs. I troll everybody. I'm equal opportunity. So you can't. You know what I mean? That's why I always be laughing. Like if people actually knew the conversations I have with everybody. Like you feel me? Everybody. It's not just about independent artists. I talk to everybody about everything that's on my mind.
Like.
I talked to the sound man, like, when you gonna get these mics better for these artists? Like, I'm gonna go with everybody. You feel me?
That's my point, but you come off so whatever. So it's like, yo, he's asking for fight. He's asking to fight. He's asking to fight.
Asking to fight? Who, me? Why I want to fight?
I remember there was a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when I started the whole a trolling we will go, the whole little song and dance, because you had an incident with an artist where he had a temper, but he misunderstood what you said, and he took it as if you were trying to attack him.
Okay.
I think you remember. I just don't want to put names out right now.
I don't remember, but I apologize to that brother. if he felt like I was attacking him. I apologize.
So I remember I had went in because they said something about being the best rapper in the world.
I think people just say that just because they got lips.
I mean, we all have lips.
Yeah, but like this whole I'm the best rapper shit, like, come on. You gotta prove that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest, it's a competitive sport.
Yes.
So my thing is, me as a fan of hip hop, when you say that, I want you to prove it.
Yes.
So I be wanting people to like go in the booth and shoot a freestyle and then drop the link. I'm not intending for it to be like, oh, JB said something about me. He hates me. He wants me to fight him. No, I want you to go and record a freestyle, shoot the video, drop it, and tag me like, here you go, JB, and let me watch it and let's talk about it.
I understand it, especially from the viewpoints you tell me. But not many people see that, especially if, let's say, for an example, they haven't met you in person. To the point where you'll get blocked, you'll get this, you'll get that, you get unfollowed, you get this. So I'm like,
I think it's very interesting though.
You're an acquired taste.
I'm gonna tell you this though. I challenge you to do this.
Okay.
Those very same people, I bet you if you go on their page, you'll see them posting in the very same manner that Jason Bourne posts. Go and look. Because I go and look. People be on their page talking their shit too. We just not, consuming it at the same quantity. So that's what gets them mad. It ain't me. They mad at themselves. People be on they took the same shit.
Would you like to type any certain name?
No, you type anybody. Type anybody.
Oh, you got a lot. You got more haters than I do.
Hold on. You spoke on behalf of the people, and you said, "Hey, people think this," which means that it has obviously been a topic of conversation at some point in time. So anybody that you could recollect ever saying that, right? Cool. I won't even look at it, just so you won't even feel like you're starting no problem between me and them. You could type their name in, and I bet you're going to see a trolling nature on their page. And at that point, you now got to go ask that person what you really mad at when you do the same thing. Everybody get on there and talk their shit. If you get on there and say, if I wake up tomorrow and be like, yo, the only people with dope albums out right now is Tuck, Vegas Black, and Pretty Girl First. That means I'm looking for somebody to either debate me or agree with me. That's trolling. Posting with the intent to get a reaction. That's what trolling is. Everybody does it.
I just see people doing a lot of sports predictions. But I think people nowadays, I think they try to stop being JB.
So are they really allowed to be knocking JB when you're kind of borrowing the recipe?
True.
That's all I want to say.
But damn, it's already 11:59.
Yeah, you understand? But I love indie artists, man. That's who I work with. I wouldn't be able to sit here and say, oh, nah, F indie artists, all about the celebrities. I don't have no celebrity friends. So why would I lie like it's all about the upper class? I ain't in a tax bracket. I'm here on the ground running like everybody else. So why would I ever just ostracize a whole peer group of mine?
Okay. Last two questions.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to give one advice to the indie community right now, with everything going on, what would you tell them to better themselves?
All right. So when we go back to when I was saying I didn't want to talk about the indie community, it's because I didn't want to sit up here as if I got all the answers and I'm telling people what they should do. I got a lot of work to do to get to where I want to go. So that's my problem when that happens. I feel like everybody do these interviews and they sit there and they want to tell everybody else what they should be doing. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you ask me what do I feel I need to do to be better tomorrow than for me to sit here and talk.
Well, that was my part too, but okay.
Because I can't tell them you know what I'm saying? I could just say we all got to work. I'm not no different than these people. So I don't want to sit up there with that energy like I'm good. I'm telling y'all I need to do this. I feel like everybody's doing that and it's becoming corny. And that's why I'm trying to remove myself from that because, you know what I'm saying? It's like I was doing it playing around, right? You know what I'm saying? The Tax Stones, the Charlemagnes, I study these people. They're great. They have succeeded in media. That's my lane. So I started to learn like you want to succeed in media, you have to be provocational. You have to create conversation and stir up energy. That's what I came in to do. I didn't come in here to act like I know what every indie artist should be doing. No, I just say just work. Find a formula that works for you and go to hell and back with it. That's what I say. You know what I mean? But I'm not looking down on everybody like, oh, I know what you should be doing. Nah, if you ask my opinion, how's my song? I'm going to either say I like it or I don't like it. If you ask my opinion, how's my visibility? I'm going to go to Google. Or I'm going to ask you, send me links to the last, I don't know, 3-4 articles that's written about you. If you don't have none, I could say to you, well, you're really not visible. You know what I'm saying? If I say, give me your IG or your Twitter, if I go there and it's in high volume activity, I can say that you're not working in that lane. You feel me? But I'm not Lucian Grange, head of Universal, where I could tell you what you should be doing to get $1 million. Nah, I'm another person working. So what I got to do is I got to continue to be consistent. I have to continue to learn more about the blogosphere, you know what I'm saying? The SEOs and keywords. I got to learn more about, marketing and sponsorships. You know what I'm saying? I got to continue to create good relationships with promoters and curators so I can get booked. I got to continue to seek out outlets to feature, the individuals that I'm responsible for getting publicity. That's what I got to do. And I got to continue to be a great person all the way around, man. Father, husband, all that good shit. So that's what I'm here to do.
Okay, my last question. Without journalism, without music, without even KDK and this whole scene, who would JB be?
A cool motherfucker. I've been that way since birth. I've always been cool. There's people on my page that know me in real life. They'll tell you, you always been like that. I was a basketball player. Really good too.
You schooled me probably.
I was really a good basketball player. And you know what I'm saying? I gave that up because I wanted to chase the streets. You know what I'm saying? I was chasing fast money, got caught up, bounced back. Now I'm a dope writer. So if you take all that away, I probably I would have wanted to be a basketball player, you know what I'm saying? But I got to a point where I kind of outgrew that, you know what I mean? I didn't really want to put in the effort that it takes to actualize that dream. Them brothers in the NBA work really, really hard. They're shooting 1,000 jump shots a day. They're running 5 miles, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really want to put that work in, so it wasn't meant for me. So
you just do your normal job and everything?
Oh no. I don't really know what I'd be doing, to be honest with you. Hip hop saved my life, man. I'm not joking when I say that. I was looking at the pot, the straw, the stove, like, you feel me? Until I found this. This was a way out. I needed it like Nas needed one mic.
Thanks for sitting down with me.
Nah, I appreciate you. Thank you.
I like that we could sit here, have these combos, and
this is the real shit. Yeah. Well, I've been writing in 200 block, man, calling plays, man. I've been on 114th Street calling plays, 93rd Street calling plays. That's what I did after basketball. I wasn't never nobody's intern. I wasn't passing out flyers. I never worked in Foot Locker. No shade to those things, but that's not what I came from.
Okay. So where can they find you?
Hashtag 200 block with 2Ks. Hashtag Jason Bourne experience. I'm going to pop up.
Okay.
And find me online, man. Help me get my impressions up, man. I think that Mark Zuckerberg and them will give me a check, maybe. Hopefully. I don't know. Black Bottles. Probably a Black Bottle boy soon somewhere. I don't know.
Okay.
Somebody got to cut a check, baby.
So this is KDK. This is Monday Night Rawrr. Welcome to the Rawrr Zone. Make sure to catch the footage from the New York Music Festival coming up soon. You can catch this interview on YouTube very soon. My name is KDK. You can find me at MNRAR NYC, Twitter, Rawrr Zone NYC, and of course, our Facebook feed where you watch this and so much more.
You lit. You're a celebrity.
Psych! And I say that with pride. I ain't shit. I can brag about it.
Stop it.
But rest in peace, Kim Porter. Yo, that shit broke my heart.
Yeah, that was like crazy. Damn. Life is short, man. You never know. Take advantage, baby.
Life is short.
Hug your people.
Hug your people. Hug your wives. Go have tons of unprotected sex. Do what you need to do. Live your life. I am out.